Greetings, dear friends. What a painful week this has been. The ugliness of racism has risen its frightening face, and our nation is in crisis. A crisis of conscience, a crisis of morality, a crisis of decency, a crisis of fear, a crisis of faith. How do we end this plague of ignorance among us? It is an exhausting battle that must take place. How do we do it in the middle of a pandemic when tempers are already short and vision is blurred? We stop and we listen. We stop and try to understand what it is to walk in another human being's shoes. We stop and pray for God's guiding hand and Christ's compassionate wisdom. I am a person of white privilege. In my whole life, I have never been afraid to run in the park, nor have I been eyed with suspicion when I enter a retail store. I have not known the pain of ugly slurs and uncalled for taunts. I have not been turned down for a job because my skin was too dark. I've never had anyone call the police because I looked menacing or my smile seemed threatening. I'm trying to understand what it's like to be Black in our nation. Trying to figure out how to make a difference. Trying to figure out how to get us to live together in the peace that God intended. Maybe a beginning place for me to understand comes from the words of Joe Rebecca, who wrote, "You have an empty feeling that comes from within. You long to share your feelings, but no one will listen. You reach out for open arms, but nobody is there. Your fears fall to the ground, but nobody cares. You pick up the phone, but you have no one to call. You feel overwhelmed, your mind is a crawl. You lay in your bed in the light of the moon just so you don't see those who aren't there for you. The flames spark inside you and heat up your fear. Your thoughts are suicidal. Your days are so drear, emotional fires burn up in your head, fires of love and pain and regret. Consumed in your own darkness, you slowly fade away. Your once blue and sunny sky has turned to clouds of gray. Too many beautiful and precious lives are fading away, and we must see them. We must hear them, we must include them, we must love them, we must embrace them. Frankly, I am scared. Scared for our nation. Scared of the violence. Scared for what I don't understand and what I have never experienced. Scared that I might add to the problem. I pray for a way to bring people together in unity and grace. I pray for a heart that seeks to understand. I pray for a break in the darkness of sin into the light of God's grace. Listen, hear, pray seem to be beginning places for me. I'm moved by the lyrics of the song, The Prayer. It brings some comfort to my troubled soul today. I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts when stars go out each night. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our day. Lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. We ask that life be kin and watch us from above. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer just like every child need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. I'm searching and praying and hoping for a way out of our darkness. And I gain confidence because of you, Christ Church, with the power to fully love, accept, embrace. Peace be with you, and may God's blessings fill your lives. Amen.